In this training, we'll be reviewing how to enter expenses into your client's plan. There is no hard and fast rule as to what you enter into your client's plan as a goal versus an expense, but there is a difference visually in the outcome. You'll have the trackable bar here whenever you have entered it in as a goal, and so you'll be able to see whether or not your clients are going to be able to meet their goals as things currently stand in their plan. For regular expenses, you can go to your plus button in the bottom right hand corner and select expenses. In here you'll have a few different options. On this first one, I'm going to enter in a multi-year expense. And for this, I'm going to enter in their pre-retirement general living expenses. This amount is going to be less their mortgage, as I'm going to enter that in a separate entry. So we're going to enter in $90,000 annually. This is not a tax deductible expense, and we're going to keep this as a basic expense so that it is fulfilled at the highest priority. I'm going to leave my inflation rate at 2.5% year on year. And then I'm going to go to timing and just adjust when this expense ends in the plan. Since I already have a retirement goal, I'm going to want to adjust this to end when that retirement goal starts. So I'm going to have this one end at Johnny's age 65. We're going to set that as our end event, and we're going to click done to save. And once this refactors, you'll be able to see the red on the timeline now. This is going to reflect the pre-retirement expenses that we just entered, starting at $90,000 in this year and moving up year on year from there. You'll notice in this year where we have the big family vacation, you see a difference between the basic need and the total need. That is because we entered that big family vacation as a leisure expense. So the difference between these two amounts is that you're able to see what the amount difference is between that big family vacation, which is a non-basic expense, between these two numbers here. The next thing I want to enter in is a expense that occurs every 5 years. So we're going to go back to our plus button, back to expenses, and we're going to select multi-year expense again. This is going to be a car purchase every 5 years. We're going to give that an amount in the plan, and we're going to select its priority. And I'm going to go to timing, and in here is where I'm going to set the expense frequency to every 5 years. This allows you to adjust how often this expense is in the plan. And I'm going to have this expense start in this year and go all the way through the slowing down event. I'm going to set that as our start event and click done to save. What we should see now is a spike every 5 years with the visual of that blue basic need line so that you can see the difference between basic and total expenses, because this is a luxury expense. So you'll see every 5 years we've got that car purchase. And if you want to review that in the plan, again, you can go to year view, go to expenses, and in here is where you can see all of the expenses in every year of the plan. So we have the car purchase in the first year of the plan, as well as those pre-retirement general living expenses for a total expense value of $135,000. And you can use this slider bar to see every year in the plan moving forward. So if you wanted to double check that you have a purchase of a car in that 5-year period, you can go 5 years ahead and just confirm that that is actually being accounted for in the plan. This is a great way to check your work and make sure everything's in there the way that you would like. Just bring your attention to the red in the plan. It's now showing as all shortfall since we haven't entered in any income or assets. As we start entering those items in, these expenses will start to be met. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can click the name of your client in the top right corner, select request support, enter your message into the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.